Welcome back, everyone, to episode 59 of No Man's Land. We are continuing where we left off. I have our harvesters working. I'm just getting them unloaded right now. And, of course, we have this guy over here. Well, he's seeding. He's trying to seed all the barley here for us. And then, as you know, we have this going on down here. We are getting our silage harvest done, which is awesome. So they are working hard at that. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing our thing. That's our little silage area. I'm excited to have this all set up because I think we'll make a lot of money off of that. But yeah, I'm just going to keep getting stuff done. I'm going to keep walking through harvest. I don't think you guys have seen me. You guys have seen me harvest a million things before, so I don't think you guys need to be here for that. But yeah, things are going well. We're going to make a lot of money, I think, off our soy and everything like that. We may do a, well, I probably want to expand the farm, I guess, today per se, but we will probably do some new businesses today. I think that's part of the plan. But yeah, our farm is making progress. We're doing a lot of good work on it. And yeah, things are good. I know I haven't been posting a ton of No Man's Land. I'm going to try to do one episode a week. I think for me, that's fairly doable. At the worst case scenario, it'd be every other week, which I also think is fine. It's just kind of difficult because I'm also trying to do other series as well and everything like that. And I know not everyone is invested into the No Man's Land series, especially as long as it is. But those of you that are invested are very invested. So I don't want to just give up on it. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling. The goal is to go to 100 episodes. I don't know if we'll make it. This might just be something that, just keeps going until the new farm sim comes out. But we'll see. We're just going to keep doing our thing. Or if we do get to a place where it seems like a good spot to make kind of a logical conclusion, we'll stop there. But regardless of that, I'm going to keep doing our harvest, and I'll see you guys in a little while. All right, welcome back. I've made a lot of progress. As you can see, our cornfield here is harvested. I got to get it plowed, and so we can get it repurposed next year, but we'll get plowed and rocks done. Right now, everything else has been harvested. If we go to, actually, wait a second. Did we put all that in there? We did. Let's park this guy out of the way. I also have a harvester I need to put away as well, but it should be empty. We'll just park this guy around here. There we go. That should do it. Okay. Turn him off. Perfect. Let's grab this guy. Get you put away. Yep, you're empty. Beautiful. We're going to sell that small John Deere harvester at some point as well. Probably when we redo the sheds and everything. So I think the next major purchase we need to get is to get that seeder upgraded so we can actually do other seed crops, not just planted crops, which is great. So I think that'll be our next major purchase. We'll probably do that this episode, quite honestly. So we'll get that. That might even be the thumbnail. Who knows? But yeah, so I don't know what the thumbnail's going to be yet. But we'll just put back this guy in there. Turn that off. Perfect. But yeah, we'll sell the little John Deere back there and the two headers I have for it. So we need to get an attachment for this bad boy right here. That's going to be the plan. There's nothing on sale or anything that we need, right? That's a cool looking little tractor right there. I do like that, but we don't need it. Much as I'd love to buy just random things that we don't need, as you guys know. We have a lot of equipment, and again, we have plenty big tractor to haul that or to pull that. We just need to get that setup done. So yeah, we're getting this plowed, which is great. Now in terms of the harvest, do we have any loans out? We don't, right? No, okay. Good. And then actually in our thing, anything leased? We don't. Okay, got it. So I'll make sure we own everything. But if we go down here to, actually it's up here. How much soy do we get off of our fields? We got 146,000 liters of soy, which is great. We'll be able to sell that in June again. Right now, prices are terrible. That's, yeah, terrible prices. But yeah, we'll be able to sell it in June again. And then silage in January, we'll be able to sell it this winter, hopefully. Yeah, we'll be able to sell it this winter. So we have our last round of silage bales are done. So I did finish all the silage, which I was also working on off camera just now. But anyhow, so all the silage is done, which is great. So we have lots of bales here. Each one of these is 7,500 liters. So we'll get these guys sold off as well. And then our cornfield, what did we get off of that? Well, actually, let's run over this way. I'm just going to zoom this way real quick. Okay, come across here. So I actually bought another fermenter because this one got full and it doesn't have a hard or a very large capacity. Now, given it does process it fairly quick, so it probably would have been all right, but the harvest would have technically had to take 2 days because we would have had to pause while this ferments. So I just decided it'd be easier just to buy another one. Not a big deal. I've got the harvester parked over here. I put a repair trigger here and a fuel tank over here. And I did buy the fuel, and you are going to wonder why I had to say that. But if we go into here and take a look at, where's diesel at in here? There it is, diesel. For whatever reason, it's free across the board. I don't know why that's that way. So anytime I tried to put any fuel in here, it was like, it's free. And I was like, well, that's not right. So I just paid $2 per liter. So I paid $10,000 to fill this up. So I figured that was a reasonable price just for now. But yeah, so our fermenter's over here. So this first one, well, actually, this is our first one technically, has 249,000 and some silage already happening, and 60,000 liters a month, so 30,000 a day. And then this guy over here has 177,000. So we'll be able to sell all that off in winter, but overall, we did really good off of that silage harvest, and that's going to make us a lot of money, which is great. So this is going to be all we're going to do. The bales, we're not going to do any grass work the next couple of years, or at least not until we do animals, and then we can do grass work just for animal purposes. But I'm not going to do it for silage anymore. I know we make a lot of money off it, but it is a lot of work. This guy's doing terrible. For whatever reason, this little, if I just go into build mode here, this little section of the field is not very worker happy. And I know there's a weird collision over here, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it does not like to, this field is just very non-worker friendly, which is, it's fine. I'll fix it up later. But yeah, as you can see there, that's a bit of a problem. But anyhow, so yes, I will probably bring you guys back in to sell off our silage, at least one load of our silage. We're gonna have a lot of silage to sell. But yeah, because there's that weird, yeah, right there. Weird collision right here, and I think that it affects this field. It's the only thing over here that I think that can affect that. But yeah, it's so strange. It's not on the field though, so I wonder if I plowed this and then repainted over it, that might get rid of that collision actually. Yeah, I just don't know what's there. But maybe I'll try that. Oh no, there's a collision right there as well, so never mind. Has nothing to do with that, but it is weird. Anyhow, so yeah. And then hopefully we'll add in, some whatchamacallit as well. Some new businesses or houses or something, or some part of the town will get added in. So I'll do that off camera to get that all set up for you guys to see. But everything is going well. I'm not sure we're going to plant next year, and I actually need to take a look. How much is that going to cost us? Because we're going to have to buy it new. I guess we could also lease it to start, which is totally fine. I'd rather just pay for it outright if I can. Where's our seeders? So if we scroll way down here, we have this one we have. Yeah, we own one of these guys. So combination, this goes with this guy right here, which is the 23.2 meter one. 273. Is there a bigger one than that? That's this guy right here, the 23.2 meters. There is a bigger one, 30.5. Good gravy. That is crazy. But yeah, I think this will be fine for now. I think we will just end up sticking with that. And we'll eventually maybe get a second set of those, or maybe a set of this to go with it. Eventually our farm's going to get just massive, and that's the kind of the point. But yeah, so we'll end up buying that at some point. So we either pay for it outright. Obviously we can't afford it yet, but we should, after we sell the silage, be able to afford that. So that's kind of what we're working towards. And then I think after we get that, oh gosh, I'm getting stuck again. I think our next upgrade after that might be getting some buildings and some equipment done over here. Well, I don't know, I'm hesitant to spend money on the buildings when I could spend money on equipment first. So we might get more equipment first to make sure everything over here is squared away. Eventually, we'll get to a point where we have just the best of the best stuff. Everything's high-tech, expensive, and good to go, and our farm's even bigger. But in terms of, I guess, our farm as well, obviously we own this chunk of land here, so eventually I want to put animals over here, because I think that's a good spot for them. Then we have our grass fields there. This field is fine. Eventually I want to put a field up here, since we own that, and then I also want to extend these fields over once we own the land over here. Which I did think about buying this, which actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and buy that since it's not that expensive. Right now, we'll be able to get more money later. Because eventually we are going to want to buy all those. Ooh, 34% off too on that one. They do want to buy all the land around us. Let's go ahead and buy that as well. I know we're not going to necessarily use that stuff right away, but that's starting to get us some more land. This silage field, we may extend it this way more. I always forget this. These guys are over here too. My little... I sold that because I guess, yeah, we're about to own up to this point, which is going to make it weird to be kind of right up against the farm we used to have. But that's fine. Everything's going good. And obviously the rest of that's the city and everything like that. That'll continue this way. We're only going to buy out to about here and probably only this row. And that'll probably be as big as our farm gets by the end of the series. So that's kind of the plan. And are any of these crazy on sale as well? 22% off is pretty good, but we can probably do better, and especially since we don't need the land right now. But yeah. And obviously, we'll do some more stuff with the lumber and everything like that. But yeah, so I'm going to get this plowed, good to go. And I'll bring you guys back in, I think, when it's time to sell off some of our silage that we have, since we have quite a bit of it. So I'll see you guys later on. All right, welcome back in, everyone. We are continuing on our quest to make a lot of money. I don't know. We don't really have a quest. I did buy $18,000 worth of fertilizer off camera, and I sold $60,000 worth of flour. And... we can just leave this guy alone. We are ready to sell some silage. We have a price of $195. I'm not mistaken. If we go, where are we at? Here we go. Yep, 195. If I tag that, that should be just the BGA just up the road. Yes. So I'm hoping we can sell it, everything there, no problem. Sometimes it's weird selling stuff to the BGA since it's, yeah. So we might just have to pay ourselves back for it. But actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna use a tractor to do this because we're gonna use the trailer we have over there because the TARDIS trailer has a very large capacity, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, yeah, so as we're driving over there, I also, off camera, I fertilized this again and did the weeds on it. But while we're driving over there, this one's not done yet. So that one still has a lot of work to be done in terms of that. But that's okay. We'll sell everything we got right now, and the rest we can sell off next year. Not a big deal. We'll just keep that cycle going since it didn't quite finish, which is not a problem. Again, not a problem. So, all right, let's grab this guy. I'm just going to park this. I just parked them separately anyways. It just kind of makes more sense, I think. But, well, eventually we'll get a truck trailer that has the capabilities of holding more. But to do the same amount, we'd have to do 3 loads of the truck. So it just makes sense to use this trailer, at least for right now. I use it for the soy as well. I know the trailer's a little cheaty, and I know I try not to do cheaty stuff on this series for the most part, but I mean, it's just me saving a couple of loads, so. Oh, we can move the chaff out of these as well. That's interesting, because we could theoretically move some of the chaff over. Good to know. We can move the chaff out of there. But yeah, we'll load the silage up there. I'm assuming it's going to sell just fine. Well, I shouldn't say I assume that. I'm assuming we're going to have issues, honestly. I feel like I've had issues selling to the BGA before, so we'll get it in there. We'll get it over there and see how that goes. And then I think we'll just keep jumping forward until I think we'll end this episode in the spring again, and then we'll probably start the next episode and after that in the harvest time. But in the spring, what we'll do is we'll get started seeding with our new seeder and everything like that, and keep rock and rolling and doing that. Oh, and I also have some new businesses that I want to talk about this episode as well, so we'll do that before we wrap up on this one. You guys, I have still like pages and pages and pages of your guys' business ideas, which is amazing that you guys were that into this. And I only wrote down like the ones that were like good or I thought were, you know, whatever. But yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff that you guys have provided for this series, and I really appreciate that. Now, obviously, I can't do all of those because honestly, man, I don't have enough room on the map, and I already had one game crash earlier after I was adding a business in. So, yeah, but yeah, so we'll do that. We'll add some businesses in, I think, this episode, which I think will be good. So, yeah, we'll add 3 businesses, I think, is my plan. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 businesses. 2 are kind of farms. Well, one is kind of a factory, one's kind of a farm, and one's a business. But they're all part of, you know, you guys adding in your own businesses and stuff. So, it'll all work out. But, yeah, we'll get those guys added in. And then I'll try to do at least 3 every episode, just to keep that rocking and rolling. It does take me a long time to add the businesses, a lot of off-camera work, which is fine. The problem I have right now is I'm doing, obviously trying to do No Man's Land and Frontier, which are both pretty off-camera intensive series. And what I mean by that is a lot of the stuff I need to do for those series has to happen off-camera, which is fine. It's just I have only so many hours in the day. Plus, if you guys don't know, from being on my channel, I work full-time as a police officer, so I'm a very demanding regular job. So, yeah, I just do what I can, you know? And I think you guys are usually pretty good with me just doing what I can. It's dark up over here. I'll turn my lights on. But, yeah, so we're just making it happen as best as possible. 150,000 liters at 194 or 195. This should get us about 30 grand for this trailer, which seems sad because there's a lot in here. But it's 30 grand for this trailer, and I think we have 2 more trailers, so that's going to be close to 100 grand for that one field, which is real good. So I'm not upset about it. It's going to be real good for us, so really, really good. Crap, I'm in the wrong lot. I need to go over one more. My bad. I also could have maybe picked the, I guess I could have taken the Massey Ferguson, would have been a little quicker. But that's okay. Nope, that's the rock lot with all the rocks everywhere. Here's where we need to go. Beautiful. Okay, we made it. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we should be able to just dump this in. Hopefully it pays us. It also might have a capacity, which could run into some issues for us, but we will see. think this whole thing is... Can I not... That's the other thing we could run into. Can I not dump this in here? Man, that's going to be... Well, that is not ideal. We might just sell this somewhere easier to sell. There's plenty of other places that are offering fermenting staves. I don't think we can sell there. Mini biogas plant. Well, sell everything containers got a really good price actually as well. Let's just go to the... Well, the farm shop is fine as well. So I'm going to drive up over there. I'm going to drive up over to the farm shop. I'll bring you guys back in here. Oh, we have bales. These are not... We've already been paid for these. If I remember correctly, these were a problem. Let me just fix this. See, this is where I'm talking. If I remember correctly, we've had some serious issues selling stuff over here. So let me get rid of all these. There we go. Okay. Let me turn that off before I do something I'm going to regret. But anyhow, I'm going to drive up over to the farm shop. We'll just sell there. I'll untag this for now. So I'll see you guys here in a second. All right. And we are pulling up here. Let's just pull over this, and we will make plenty of money. It won't be quite as much, but we'll make plenty of money still. So, one thing I like about these TARDIS trailers, they unload really well. And I will write this amount down as well, because I'm curious how much total we're going to make off of all of our silage. So let's see here for the first load. Yeah, 28,391. Plus, I have to get all those bales delivered up over here. Plus, plus we have all the rest of it in here. I think I'm going to move half of this over to this guy, or to this guy, excuse me. So 76, so we need what? 36-ish thousand in each one of these. So just to help, we already grabbed most of that, just to help get this cleared out of there faster, because then it might actually be done 30,000 a day. It'll be done pretty much by tomorrow. So it'll actually be super helpful. But anyhow, I'm going to sell a lot more of the silage off camera. And I'll bring you guys back in either in the... might be actually the spring, honestly. I might bring you guys back in the spring when we're ready to buy our new SEEDER or whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to go sell this stuff off and let you know the total that we get when we're done here. All right, spring has sprung and we sold all of our silage off. And then I may have bought our new SEEDER. That's why our money's so low. But anyhow... We are going to head into town. We're going to grab ourselves a coffee on the way, I think, at that little Corgi Cafe place. So we'll do that. And then I got a couple new businesses to show you guys. And then, hopefully we can get the spring plantings started, which I think is pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's go ahead and let's stop in here. I'll tell you what I normally get, actually, when I go to a coffee shop. I normally get a mocha with 4 shots of espresso and half of the chocolate flavoring in it. So I'll let them know that. Yes. Thank you, little Corgi Gan. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We're good now. Got my coffee. I actually have my real coffee at my desk here, so it's all good. I actually do have coffee, which is great. Fantastic. Okay. So, again, with my subscriber contracts, or my subscriber businesses, I try to meet the business as best as possible that still fits in the situation, storyline, whatever the case may be. But yeah, just kind of a disclaimer there. So first comment I have here from a subscriber, oh gosh, smack that right there, is from Demon's Dragon. He said, here's an idea for my subscriber contract. To start, maybe getting lumber and other orders to build my building, and releasing equipment to help in the building of a family restaurant that can butcher animals on the map, buying many different things that involve production chains. Sorry, I'm trying to drive and read. That's never a good idea. Yeah, and RP buying animals for meat, products to sell in the restaurant, etc. If someone already got a restaurant, then I wouldn't mind being a butcher and partners with them. And hope you're having a wonderful time playing, producing amazing content for us, even with such a busy life. Always going to be an avid watcher. Thank you, Demon's Dragon. I appreciate you. And my truck died. We'll keep driving. So, I found this mod. Are you serious? We're dead again? We may stop by the old repair shop over at Todd's place just to get this baby fixed up so it doesn't drive me crazy. If you didn't see my video doing that, you should go watch it. I forgot I had that out here. But here we are. So I figured this is a good restaurant setup for it. Dragon's Restaurant. Here we are. Beautiful. It looks like a place you'd go get like a nice hearty steak and some a la carte stuff and all that. I mean, look at that. That just looks fantastic. So that's a little butcher / restaurant area there. So I thought that was a good kind of, oh, I need to chainsaw, good kind of setup for that. But yeah, let me look down my list. Yep, 2 more. Okay, perfect. we can fold that up. Let's go to Todd's real quick and get this baby fixed up. Todd's has been on the map for a long time. Or drink coffee. Actually, you know what? We'll go, we know that's Todd's right there, but we'll go right here, because they're technically a repair shop here. What is this? Oh, Smitten Max. That's right. Darn it. Oh, it's not going to let me repair it either, because it's not my vehicle. Oh, wait, no, we fixed that, didn't we? I put a repair trigger on the back that I own, so I could actually, well, I could hit their generator. That's for one. I think I own this repair trigger. Yep, there we go. Okay, now the truck shouldn't die every time. Fantastic. Okay, so 2 more businesses, which are kind of, one's a production and one's kind of a farm. But yeah, so I kind of, obviously this is kind of our more downtown district, and then if we go across this road, we get kind of into our more industrial area, like where the quarry's at, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I might also take I might take this gas station and make it, either upgrade it. I think I might upgrade it to make it a little bit better. There's a lot of empty space in there. But regardless of that, if we come out this way, you need to put a wall in front of that, actually, at some point. But if we come out this way, up here on the left, we'll go to the right side in a second. Up here on the left, some of the roads are a little odd right now, a little off. Right here, we have birch bark oils. So here is this is a comment from Troa Barton, which says, I would like to set up either fruit production or small red, or fruit production, the small red one, or the oil production, small red by Omatana. I actually used the white one because I thought it fit in better up here, but regardless of that. With a few birch trees around and a small house maybe, calling the business Birch Bark Oils Incorporated or Birch Bark Fruits. So we have birch bark oils, we have an oil place here, and then we have a nice little residence, and then, yeah, I kind of weaseled it in here. I kind of flattened this this little area into a plateau, kind of smooth. It was just kind of a hill up to these rocks. So I thought that was kind of a cool little alcove to kind of build it. So I like where it's at here. But yeah, so we have that. Now, next up, we have a comment from Mr. Bojangles. This farmer crop, I'm looking to retire, move to the country, no man's land. This is perfect. I've spent my life as a Wall Street executive. Now I just want to get back to nature and build a nice mansion on a small patch of land, preferably by a lake or pond. Requires some assistance, in which I'd appreciate your discretion. I want to start a winery, which is illegal in the state of no man's land. Thanks, Giants. I'm willing to pay a premium 20% on top of your best going offer for grapes. We can just call it grape juice. Signed, Mr. Bojangles. But yeah, so I decided, since I'm not in the grape business anymore, Mr. Bojangles needs a source of grapes. This is Bojangles Winery. So if we get into flight mode here, well, not let's say flight mode, but yeah, let's get into actual flight mode. It'll just be easier to see what's going on. So if we get into actual flight mode here, we have a nice little compound set up. So there's Mr. Bojangles' house. This is the biggest one we had, so I figured that's going to have to do for the mansion. Kind of up against the cliff there. I put a nice little pond in here for Mr. Bojangles. And over here, we have a nice, this is part of the grape production mod. And then we also have some lovely vineyards back here. Some nice rows of grapevines and all that sort of stuff. So here we go. This is Bojangles Winery. I thought that was pretty cool. I was in the middle of building this, had this almost completely done when my game crashed the one time that I kind of told you guys about. So I'm glad my game has not crashed now. But regardless of that, good subscriber ideas. They're good subscriber businesses and farms and whatnot. So I'll try to add 3, and I think I have, again, 14 pages of typed out stuff from you guys. So we'll try to keep adding stuff in as we go. That is quite, I need to fix this hill up at some point. Some of these roads get a little crazy. Might need a little bit of a little road grading out here. Nice sip of coffee there. But yeah, let's head this way. And I think, and it was a little worrying that the game crashed, because this happened last time I did my No Man's Land series, because what happens is, at a certain point, which makes sense, this map is not designed to have 45 bazillion, no map is, to be honest, 45 bazillion placeables on it. So even my beefy computer is like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this. So, oh, I want to park this in my garage. Drive around this way. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to get over the weird collision that's right there. So yeah, so anyhow, it's, hopefully we don't get to a point where I have to stop adding stuff But that is a very real possibility, so just be aware of that. Every time you save in and out of the game, this thing moves a little bit. I don't think it has to do with the tractor. I think it's the DB120. DB120 just has a mind of its own. Because what we are going to do, well, at one point we are going to plant corn over there in our other field, but I'm going to grab this guy to, I think this guy has enough horsepower. I'd actually never really even bothered checking. 583, yes, this has more for sure, and that should be just enough. I think these things require 500. So first things first, which is going to be the tricky part, is getting this loaded up with seeds and such. And I think we can, this runs off the back of that, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's go get this thing loaded first with seeds. Can we pull this? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to drive around this way. I think that first tank actually might be fertilizer. We'll see here. Might also have to buy some more seeds. I'm a little worried. But what we are going to try to plant, I think, is some oats. I think we'll do a big oat harvest. I think that'll be good. Okay, easy does it. Yep, that was the problem I knew I was going to run into a little bit. Oop, nope, don't need to chat. I could just not be on the trigger. That might be part of the problem. There we go. Okay, well, I got that one to work. So the bigger tanks are seed, which is probably a good thing. Yep, I knew we'd run out of seed. But since we're here, we're just going to buy some more. We can't afford that much seed, so we got to be careful. We'll buy 10,000 liters. If we have to, we can take out a small loan. Not a big deal. Especially as much equipment as we have. That's not going to be a big deal for us. There we go. Getting fertilizer now. We're going to have to buy more fertilizer too. All right, let me get on the phone with Banks here. Let me go down to, where's our loan? Take a loan. Yay! Okay, well, we don't need that much. Let's just take out a $25,000 3-year loan. Yeah. Now we'll do, can we do 1 year? We'll probably just do 1 year. Yeah, $21.50 a month. Let's do a little bit higher since we're doing 1 year. Let's just do that, and then we'll do a 1 year. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got some money now because we needed it for this to get this rocking and rolling. Let's get to fertilizer. And I'm just gonna buy. I'll buy 10,000. Then I'm also gonna buy 5,000 on top of that. There we go. Yeah, that already. Yep. I'm glad we took the larger loan. Of course, I gotta. Quit being glitchy. We'll be put fertilizer in here. And we have to pull a little further off of it. There we go. Oh, it didn't take as much as I thought it was going to take more. Okay, let that fold. Let that fold down. There we go. Okay. We should never run out of seed. I know it's not true, but we still have a crap ton of seed, which is great. Pull this, get the stage right behind this bad boy. Now, I will say this. It seems like 60 episodes almost, or episode 59 almost, is too long to have taken us to get to this point. But if you remember, we didn't get any really large equipment until after we finished the series, technically, last time, because we went into kind of season 2 of it, which was when we started buying some like really big equipment. So we didn't even have, so we're actually doing really good. I mean, we started with absolutely nothing, if you think back to how we started this whole series. Well, maybe we'll see here. I would like you, there you go. I would like you to connect. That was what I would like. We can unfold that. We should be able to go straight into planting oats. Make sure that's on the correct one there. I wanted to plant like canola or something else, but the only thing we can really plant is oats with this right now, this time of year. So that's the only disadvantage of seasons, I think. Oh, you're fertilizing that ground right away. That was a little odd. I was using fertilizer right away. It's okay. There we go. We're doing it. We are doing it. It's still going to take us forever to plant because the DV120 is actually wider than this. So maybe we'll do, can we still, what time of year is it? We can still do soy, so maybe we'll do the big field with soy in this field with oats, because that actually just might be a lot faster for us to do. We still have the other tractor which can pull the other planter, so maybe that'll just be a better option. But regardless of that, we have managed to finally get this thing up and running, and now I'm driving it terribly, but we're still rocking and rolling. And we are doing A-okay. And on that note, I think that's going to be the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.